Now guys, I think we can all agree that we were all expecting the downfall of XDefiant to happen within the next few years. But no guys, it is shutting down next year officially. Now I don't think anyone here can really disagree and say they weren't seeing this coming. Especially since that the hero shooter genre is a dying trade. And especially because this game is just really bland and boring to play. Supposedly, it was also developed by the same creators and developers from Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2 and some of the older Call of Duty games. It was supposed to be a blast from the past. It was going to offer a brand new and refined first-person shooter that was supposedly supposed to reinvent the genre and bring back some of the old players that used to play Call of Duty. But guys, in my opinion, I don't think you can really replace Call of Duty ever since the first release. And how over the years the gameplay has been fine-tuned, the shooting is tight, and it is still fun to play. There just really isn't anything like it out there. But getting back to Ubisoft, Ubisoft has published some of the best games I've played. Specifically every single Assassin's Creed game up until about, I have to say, Syndicate or Origins. Because I just feel like after every single Assassin's Creed release, and even a Ubisoft release such as Watch Dogs, for example, just feels like a open world bloated mess. Full of tedious side quests and boring storylines. And especially since Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is the newest installment in the Assassin's Creed series, is going to be a live service. Which means that if the Ubisoft servers ever shut down, you would actually not be able to play the game or even have the license to own it. And with some of these modern game publishers trying to push their own woke agendas, it really just becomes fatigued and tiring. Because the last thing that I want in my video game is to be some woke propaganda. And even any political biases at all. So jumping back into the failure that is XDefiant, I was just reading an article here from CNET talking about how the developer was opening up about the fact that they decided to shut down XDefiant. Ubisoft had high hopes for its free-to-play first-person shooter. XDefiant, which launched back in May, but now the publisher has announced plans to wind the game down and fully shutter it in June of 2025, according to a blog post from the publisher's official website on Tuesday. Despite an encouraging start, the team's passionate work, and a committed fan base, we've not been able to attract and retain enough players in the long run to compete at the level we aim for in the very demanding free-to-play FPS market. Ubisoft Chief Studios and Portfolio Officer Marie Sophie said in the blog post, as a result, the game is too far away from reaching the results required to enable further significant investment, and we are announcing that we will be sunsetting it. So when is this all actually going to come into play? So all XDefiant matchmaking servers will go offline on June the 2nd of 2025. However, starting immediately, XDefiant registrations and downloads no longer will be available. Players who have purchased the Ultimate Founders Pack or have made any other in-game purchases within the last 30 days will be automatically fully refunded sometime within the next 8 weeks. The promised Season 3 will still launch at a future date, though no announcement has been made on the timeline for this content. Although XDefiant retained a large number of players for the first month, the game eventually slowed down and was blowing off more steam. It didn't actually retain the same amount of players, and it went down and down and down and down. In my opinion, it's just super oversaturated, the first-person shooter genre. What already has been made in the past is still popular today, and the new developers who are making new products are just not capitalizing on the success. And it just really proves to show that there's not anything that's actually new. It is all pretty much the same game copied from others. And at the same time, there is a new report suggesting that the concurrent player count has dropped to under 20,000 by August. And Ubisoft has laid off 10 X-Defiant developers the same month. In September, X-Defiant's executive producer refuted the rumors that the game was in danger of shutting down. I just want to quickly adjust the status of the game. Is the game dying? No, the game is absolutely not dying. X-Defiant's sunsetting will result in more layoffs in an already fraught year for the games industry. Alongside shutting the game down, Ubisoft's San Francisco and Osaka teams will be closed, and the Sydney production site will also be wind down. In total, 277 staff members are expected to be laid off. Game companies have laid off a combined total of over 13,000 workers. As of September 2024, over 11,000 games industry workers were laid off in 2023. And the real question is will Ubisoft actually go bankrupt? In my personal opinion, I really do hope so. When a company just continues to make bad decisions and they refuse to work on what hasn't worked, it really just becomes embarrassing for the fans and the developers. And I would not be surprised if Assassin's Creed Shadows is the final nail in the coffin, because I really did used to like the Assassin's Creed franchise. Starting with all the way back to the first one, to Assassin's Creed 2, to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I love the earlier days of Assassin's Creed. But anyways guys, that is going to do it for this short video. I really do hope you guys enjoy. So how about you just go and subscribe and like the video, and also share it with your friends. Also, go down into the comments and tell me what you thought of this video, and I will reply to your comment. And without further ado, I am out.